Everybody remain calm. This is a hijacking. Oh, hi, Jack. How are you? Jack is with us here, live on the couch with Dr. Strange. I really, really appreciate you being here.
You're
we
welcome.
keep getting killer guests, and I'm really grateful for you driving all the way out here. So I don't know if you know how this works. It's basically like a talk show, talking to people live. Those guys are. Who are these people? You guys weren't invited. Get out of here. Ah, damn. Whatever. So many people that loiter. I wrote down a couple questions, but it can go
Whatever
anywhere you want to go.
Whatever you want.
You're very iconic. You know what I mean? I've known of TSOL since I was a kid. One of my big regrets with TSOL is I grew up in Upland, just over here.
Right.
And I remember you guys playing at Cal Poly. It was the day after a heavy rain, and people at school said, "Oh man, TSOL is playing this free show in Cal Poly." You're like, "They're still full of shit. There's no way TSOL is playing a free show." And the next day I found out you guys played this free show. There was a big, muddy, slam pit. Do you remember the show at all? It was 82.
I did. Yes.
You do?
No, not really. I mean,
I knew you played it.
I've been hit in the head so many
you.
fucking times. I mean, I do remember that show, but I don't remember anything about it.
I just remember people saying how cool it was, and people were slinging mud. It was like a food fight with mud. I just really regretted not going to that one. I just didn't believe you guys could do that.
I think it was good, but it's like I've been married 3 times too, and I don't really remember a couple of them. But I do know that they've actually happened. So,
Yeah.
so I think it's the same thing, kind of.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So you've been through many names,
Right.
many bands. TSOL, Cathedral of Tears, Superficial Love, The Joy Killer, LOST, Tender Fury.
A ton of them. Yeah.
Yeah, many of those I've seen.
Yeah.
You're always doing something, even if it's not with TSOL. You're very artistic. What's your very first band? I'm assuming it wasn't TSOL.
Oh no, it was a band. Well, yeah, fake ones when I was a kid, but the first band I was in was called Johnny Coathanger and the Abortions.
Awesome name.
Yeah, I was Johnny Coathanger, and it's fun because there's still like some old guys in Long Beach. When they see me, they go, Johnny. I mean, they don't go out anywhere. They're old. They're really old, but that's what they still call me, Johnny.
What year is this?
78, 79, right between them. Yeah.
Did any of those, like, how long was that around?
We didn't do that first band. All we did, we took some things from the school, like a big marching drum.
High school?
Junior high. And so the marching drum, we laid the marching drum down and we beat on the marching drum. And then the guitar, we didn't know how to play it. We'd stolen the guitar, so we took off 4 of the strings. So we only had 2 strings. So it's just na 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 na, and then you just hit the drum and yell "fuck the neighbors, fuck the neighbors." And, I mean, I still remember "No More Hippies." It's a whole bunch of shit, long hair and beards. We don't understand it. Just fucked up lyrics.
Yeah,
and,
fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
You ever keep in touch with those guys?
Some are dead. Most of them are dead. But,
Drugs, accidents.
Drugs and accidents and drugs. Yeah, a lot. I mean, the life expectancy of those people wasn't high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a shock that I'm still here. I had no idea this was... I remember I was 17 telling my brother he was a fucking loser because he was 23 and still lived with my mother, right? So I'm like, you're a fucking loser. You've got nothing. You know, it's like, I think I moved out of my mom's house when I was 33. So,
right.
Because I couldn't hold a job. But anyway.
Speaking of shock or shocking, one thing about TSOL back then, about you in particular, the way you dressed. Wedding dresses, you're out there. You still are out there. At the observatory, you had that bitchin' red suit on, red hair. I mean, that's all. It has to be like some kind of decision on your part to kind of stand apart. Or what? I love it.
A lot of it was just being fucked.
Yeah.
And you know what? And then some of this stuff's funny. Like, especially, you get in a fight with a guy in a dress and you've already lost. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know
There's
exactly what you're saying.
There's no win on that.
Yes, you're expected to lose. Win, lose, or draw.
Even if you win, like, so if I go out in a dress and then maybe go out and get in an argument with somebody they've already lost. Because it's like, if you beat me up, right, all you've done is beat up some guy in a dress, and that's not even cool. It's like, oh, I beat this guy up in a dress. It's like, well, fuck you, dude. Why? But the chances are you're going to lose, right? So now you just got your ass kicked by some fucking big faggot in a Chanel evening gown. So it's already, you've lost either way. And so I think it was a good deterrent also.
Well, it was shocking. You are intimidating. You're a big guy. if I remember right, reading or hearing back then, you played sports, high school football guy. If you didn't, you should.
No,
You're
I was
big
a
guy.
swimmer. I swam.
You swam. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're athletic. Yeah, you're an intimidating guy. Good stage presence. Well, speaking of the old days, the old Jack. You know, were on drugs or alcohol back then, and I know you've been through like anger management classes. You're night and day. You're like this, like the
Yeah, let's not go too far.
Okay.
Like,
Well, that's what
here's-
I heard.
Here's the problem
Now's
with
your time
this.
to correct.
Yeah, the problem with this. Yes, I've been clean for 28 years, right? So that's good. But it's like when you total a car. I try to explain this to people. So when you total your car, you can put it in the shop and they paint it and clean it up or whatever, but the thing still goes down the street cockeyed. So I still roll cockeyed. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I might be cleaned up, but shit does get frightening on occasion.
Does it? Okay.
It's like pretty, you know, it can get I'm a totally nice guy.
everyone says that. That's my point.
It just gets frightening
you have
on
this
occasion.
reputation as a super good guy.
Right.
Laid back, super cool.
Right.
But your old reputation was short fused.
Well, no.
That I've heard. I don't know.
No.
I mean, this is the first time we
It
ever
just
met.
shit gets out of hand because ideas aren't right. Do you know what I mean? Like totally
totally
sober
do.
one time, I'm selling cars, fucking around. Totally sober, I look at my buddy, I go, "You look like a car salesman." And he goes, "Fuck you, you look like a car salesman." I go, "I got an idea." So this thought, it was a total sober thought, ended up in Palm Springs with a couple of fake badges. And we were stopping, we'd pull up on people getting loaded on the street, because this is when spring break was big. So this was my scam. I thought of this plan. We had a Buick Century that we stole off the lot. We took it out there, and then we'd see people getting loaded on the street. And so we'd pull up, and then I'd walk up and go, "Hey, what do we got going on here, man?" You know, and I'd go,
Just
"Let's
play
get it
the
out."
part.
Because I'd been stopped a bunch of times, right? So I knew what to say.
Yeah, you know
I'd
the
get the
routine.
booze and I'd set it on the roof, and my buddy Mike would sit with his arms crossed back at the car, just stand there. And anyway, and then I'd look at him and say, "I know you guys got weed." I go, "You want to be cool with me? I'll be cool with you. Let's just get honest here." And the guy go, "Okay, I got a bag. All right, let's bring it out," right? And then my buddy Mike go, "Hey, we got a call," right? And he'd yell, "We got a call," and say, "Okay, your lucky day, man." And I just grab the stuff. I go, "Get the fuck out of the
That is awesome.
Springs." And then they drive off. And that's how it started. And then later on, I had a picture of this girl and this guy and his daughter. And I was going to bars and I'd flash it with a badge and I'd say, "Hey, I'm looking for this girl. She's with a black guy about 6'2", 6'3". And then I'd go in and walk right to the bar and say, "Double shot 151. So then they started complaining about the drunk cop guy. And then they're looking for me. So I'm thinking they're looking for the guy in the suit. So I took my clothes off and then ended up on a patio. I thought it was a patio, and I woke up and I'm in Palm Springs. I knew I was in Palm Springs, and I get on the patio and I'm thinking, "Oh, fuck, this is fucked, man." Because I'm trying to shake my head clear, and then I try to get out the backyard gate of the patio, and I'm pulling it, and I can't get the fucking gate open, right? And because I'm still out of it, and finally one of the guys goes, "Hey, man, what are you doing? What are you doing?" I gotta get out. How do you get the gate open? The guy goes, "You're fucking locked up, man." And I was in a cell, but I thought I was on a patio, and I couldn't get the gate open. It was. So anyway, they got me for, disturbing it ended up disturbing the peace. It was originally for drunken public impersonate an officer.
Ooh,
So
that could have been bad.
yeah, but it's just stupid. So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm nice and it's great. And then every once in a while, I'm not thinking properly. It's like, "Hey, you should have thought this out before doing this."
Well, that's what life is about. I mean, having fun, I guess.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm asking. Taking a bend to the road or taking a left when you should have taken a right. I mean, you're still here.
Yeah.
Most of your friends are gone, or not most of them, but a lot of them, bandmates, have
Right.
passed away.
But I'm trying to figure
you're
out.
still here.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out if that's what this is about, because I'm in the middle of an existential crisis right now. So I'm hunting down people to try to figure out what the fuck is going on. And I don't know. Has
They don't
anybody
know.
ever smoked any DMT in here? No.
Joey has.
You have? Did you enjoy it? Sorry.
No.
Oh, see, all right. We'll
No.
talk after this. All right. Anyway.
One thing, well, I love TSOL. We'll talk about the new record.
Okay.
Those, the first two, the self-titled, Dance With Me, those are great records. But my favorite, if I had to pick a favorite song, and I think most people would probably say Code Blue, that's an anthem. Everyone knows that song. But my favorite song from you guys is Weathered Statues. Because that song, it sounds like it was a poem. It was poetic. It is such a great lyric. It gets to me every time. I just listened to it again last week. I'm like, I appreciated it back then in a musical way. I appreciate it now in a lyrical way and music. It's such a touching, it said something. You know, I think it's a great song. There's really no question there, but
Right,
I just
right.
really love
Well,
that
I'm glad
song.
you appreciate it, and people appreciate it now. But when it first came out, nobody appreciated
Yeah,
it.
it's a
It was
7-inch
they-
alternative tentacles, maybe too.
Yeah, they just it's a 7-inch that's played at 33 speed, so it's already fucked up. So it's a 7-inch on 33, which is a mess, and then it's and we did it on 30. Whatever, it doesn't matter why we did it on 33. Anyway, but we play that song and people just sit there and stare at us like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Well, this was your first release after the full-length LP.
right.
So it was a little bit different. It was a little bit slower, at least some of those songs, but I thought it was a great record. But I do remember that the first time, I'm like, you know, I wasn't sure if I liked it, but then you listen to it again, you're like, oh, I love this record. It's a great record.
Yeah, and the other part of that is what people don't get is they get a record and they just hear it and they go, "Oh, this record's fucked," but they're not hearing it. They're not putting a set list together. So it's not like you got a stack of TSOL records, right? So you get a stack of them. You go, okay, I'm going to grab a couple songs off Dance With Me. I'm going to grab something off the first EP. I'm going to toss Weathered Statues in here. I'm going to get something off Disappear, this one. I'm going to grab a couple new ones and then make a mixtape. And then I'm just going to sit back and listen to a mixtape. And so what a lot of people don't understand is all those TSOL records, it was more for live. So live you'd watch us and it goes from fast to slow into this, into that, and then trips into this and trips back. So it was really like about a show.
Yes.
Instead of just one song.
Exactly.
So they'll go, fuck, I like Superficial Love or whatever. Well, yeah, but if we had fucking 40 well now it's like 80 or however many TSOLs, 80 Superficial Loves, you know how boring that show would get within fucking, drive you fucking crazy. So that's why. So you got to look at it like a whole piece of work, kind of.
Yeah, well, I gained a lot more respect for you at the Observatory. I always have respect, don't get me wrong. But a couple months ago you played, you had the Trigger Complex out, and you're playing a lot of those songs, and you basically told the audience, we're a new band. I mean, we're old, but we have a new record out. And screw you guys if you just want to hear the old stuff. We're progressing. We're putting out new music, and I want to play this music for you guys. I really respected that. Love us, hate us, leave, stay. You had the attitude of, don't tell us what to do. This is our band, making fun for you. And it was an awesome show. I really respected that kind of, because I can only imagine being a band that's been around for over 30 years, and everyone's singing, yelling the same songs, Go Blue, Abolish Government. You're like, oh man, how many times do I have to play this song for over 30 years? It's a great song, but people don't realize, it's like a comedian or anyone else, they have to come up with new material. Even though it's not boring for us and you, it's boring. Boring is the right word. It's redundant.
Right, but we still play those
Oh,
because,
you do?
like Sammy Davis Jr. said, fucking Sammy Davis Jr., they said, hey, don't you ever get sick of playing Candyman?
Yeah.
And he goes, fuck, Candyman made me. I'll play Candyman every night.
Yeah.
It's like, so somebody asked me, hey, do you ever get sick of playing Code Blue? It's like, no, fuck, it's great. I play it every night. It's like, so we do still play it, but I like playing the new stuff too. And I mean, you are there performing for people. Like, that's what, I just went on this fucking rant about this the other day, but, like, I saw Don Rickles and Frank Sinatra, so together. Bitch and show, man. No, it was actually in Long Beach. It was badass, man. And Don Rickles, people just think he's just some fucking smart ass kind of racist, but he could dance, he could sing, he could tell jokes, he fucking did act, he could do everything. True. So those old guys, they used to go on stage and give you everything they fucking had.
Yeah.
They give you everything they have, right? And so nowadays, you watch some of these bands and they look down and they don't talk to anybody and they don't fucking do anything for the people that come to see them. They don't entertain them. Yeah. They're just here, hey, check me out.
They're going through the motions for a paycheck. I do too.
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
It's disrespectful to the audience.
Right. So it's like, so I'm not against giving people what they want, and I'm going to give you some of what I want too.
Exactly.
It's like, hey, we're going to hang out. I'm not going to just do what you want, but we're not going to just do what I want either. So let's do what we both want, and let's have some fun. And really to give to people, like I was just out, we just did Coachella, and I saw that. It's like some of those bands, maybe they got fucking internet famous or whatever. Yes. I don't know what the fuck, but it's like they hadn't even played a show. It's like, man, you're just, well, I don't want to start this. It fucking doesn't.
Well,
anyway,
that leads me up to a Coachella question. I had that written down. Would TSOL of 1979 or 80, whatever year, approved of TSOL playing Coachella today?
Of course.
They would have. Why?
Yeah, we did everything. What do we give a fuck? It's so crazy. These guys come up with these fucking rules. Anybody that's coming up with rules must have money. Because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I remember I'd run into these punk bands, they go, we don't take free gear, we're fucking, I go, you're a fucking idiot. You don't take fucking free shoes, you're just fucking stupid, guy. You know, get the free shoes and give them to the fucking homeless, bitch.
Smart. Yes,
it's
I
like, what's the
appreciate
matter
that.
with you?
Exactly.
You know, I used to get, when I ran for the running for governor thing or whatever to bitch about healthcare, I was saying it then, hey, take corporate sponsorship in schools. What do you give a fuck if the computer says Pepsi on the side of it? It's a computer for kids. They can use it. You know, they can stick a sticker that says fucking whatever over the pad. It doesn't matter. Take the shit, you know? People that don't take stuff come from privilege. That's what I found out. It's like, because I'll tell you, you go into an area where people don't have stuff and go, I've got free shit. And watch if someone goes, free shit, that's from Nike, fuck that. Yeah, no, man. It's like they're ripping the boxes out of your fucking hands, you know? But and it's just like, so what are you going to do with it? How are you going to do it? Like these suits that I wear that we've been talking about. I auction these, I get these suits, I auction them off, and I get the money to the homeless. It's like fucking...
It's a no-brainer.
It's like, hey, I get to wear fun suits, somebody gets to buy a cool suit, and the homeless gets to eat. They get to eat. It's like, you know, you can find ways to use all this shit. You know,
Yeah,
there's ways to use it.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And the guy, like at Tuck Footwear, those
Yeah.
guys gave me the shoes, and they're like, Jack, sell the shoes, man. Donate the shoes, auction the shoes too. It's like, you know, so you can find people and work with them. Whatever. Anyway,
I agree. I think it's a
more
good lesson
fucking-
for all of us. I know a lot of people, myself included, you know, younger Bill would be like, fuck that, not to you guys, but I mean, all those fine lines like, fuck you, sell out, don't work with the corporate animal, the corporate beast, but that makes 100% sense.
Well, why they're
You know
all
what I mean?
smoking and driving cars and putting
Yeah.
gas in their fucking cars.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Everyone's a
And talking
hypocrite.
on-
Anyone that
talking
drove
on-
here is a hypocrite.
Yeah, and
I mean-
talking on cell phones and fucking... I get
Yes.
into the homeless. I fucking hate the homeless. I feed them, but I fucking hate them. Some of them are such cocksuckers. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if you ever saw... What was that movie where Robin Hood was giving them the homeless and then they were punching him in the face afterwards? It's like... Oh, it was killer. It's like they give them the rich... I can't remember what movie that was. It was funnier than shit. They stole from the rich... Oh, it was Time Bandits. That was
Time
the
Bandits was an
fucking
awesome
Time Bandits.
movie.
Yeah.
That's an old
Yeah,
one.
and so then they give them jewels because they were poor, and then they'd rob them.
Yeah.
Well, they've got jewels. They're not poor anymore.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I totally
Anyway,
forgot about
but
that.
you know, some of these, the entitled homeless, I have a problem with.
Yes.
Whatever. All right,
Yes.
let's not get into this either. This is just more. Now I have homeless people threatening me.
No. Well, why? You're donating to them. He's a good guy. Okay, anyway. Screw you, homeless. Just kidding. One thing that I'm going to ask, just on my own, because I never really knew, you know, TSOL, all the changes musically, all the band members, except for Ron. Was there any? I mean,
Ron was gone too.
Oh, I thought he stayed.
There
I
was
thought he
nobody. The only one
constant
that's,
member.
there was no. There was one time when there
Yeah,
was
clear this up.
nobody
Really?
in that fucking band whatsoever.
What happened?
Crazy
I
as
lost
fuck.
the name.
Okay,
you know,
no,
buy it
yeah,
back
here.
or sue
Okay,
it.
on a short. Of course, you're getting my opinion on it. So
Well, who's
you talk
better?
to one of those other guys, they're going to give you another one. So when TSOL first broke up,
What year?
83.
Four? Okay.
83. So we couldn't play shows in LA. The police were after us. We were blacklisted.
Sure.
I'm getting fucking threats. You know, and so my thought was, hey, let's just change the name. And
Keep the band, change the name.
Keep the band. Let's just call ourselves fucking Jim Shoes or fucking something.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? And that's my thought, right? And they're like, you're fucking crazy. You know, you're out of your mind. We did all this to build this name up, and you're just going to
Yeah,
walk
you
away
spent
and start
5
something
years in
else.
this band, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, what do you care? Are we here to play the music, or here to make money off the name? What is it? You know, and so Todd, the drummer, and Greg, the keyboard player, and I left. And that left Mike and Rip. Got two other guys, and they kept the name because now they've got a band called TSOL, and people go see them automatically, and they can get bigger shows, and they can make money.
They picked up Joe.
They picked up Joe and
Was
Mitch.
Joe an old roadie for you? He had
No,
some
he
kind of-
had nothing to do with
Nothing
us.
to do with
no,
you, okay.
neither one of those guys had anything to do with us. Not anything to do with me.
Okay.
So, but if you look, and maybe that first record, Change Today, isn't a bad
It's
record.
not bad.
But if they
It's
were
not,
called, you know, Frank's
Yeah.
band,
Oh, no, I
would you
agree.
have even listened to that or found it? No. And so then once they did that, and you go in with that kind of integrity, where it's just, hey, we're here for the money, we're just here to make music. Well, then what's going to happen when that's your integrity? It just starts falling downhill, and then Ron that fucking, you know, and he's yelling and screaming, right? So I stayed out of it, and they're suing us, and they want all this money to fucking use the name, blah, blah, blah. So it was totally stagnated, and Nitro's calling me and saying, hey, what can we do? What do you want to do? I said, would you like me to step in and assist this situation? And they said, yeah, we need help, step in. So I called Joe on the phone, I said, guess what, here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna pay you anything. We're not gonna pay anybody anything. We're gonna fucking just make another TSOL record, call it TSOL, and you can try to find the money to sue us, and I'll look like a hero, so fuck you. And that's how the negotiation took place. It was like,
that was it.
Yeah, it's like, sue me, I don't have anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
and go ahead and sue me, because the press, I'll just look good.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, you come in as a hero.
So
And
then we
everyone's
made a
on your
record,
side.
and then that was it. They never argued about the band name again.
When was the last time you talked to Joe?
He doesn't talk to me anymore. Yeah.
Is he still married to your...
No. And a lot of them don't talk to me. It's not my fault.
No, I don't think so.
Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Whatever. If you do something fucked and then somebody does, it's like raping somebody, and then the person shoots you, and then you're mad because you got shot because you were raping them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Is that kind
I
of?
think that's a good analogy.
It's kind of like you were over at the zoo fucking one of the animals.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck. Anyway, so then they get mad when I do something. And that's the other thing too. It's like people do like they'll do something fucked, and then you're there, and then so you get involved in the fuckery, and then it gets really fucked, and then they say you're the one that did it when you didn't start it.
Yeah,
Right?
no.
Is that right?
It sounds right. It's just a group of fuck.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. But it's like John Doe's, I don't know if you read the new John Doe book. It's great. Under the Big Black Sun. John's great book, and he got other people to write it, right? And they're all bumming on the Orange County kids. So I wrote a chapter saying, fuck you, man. Fuck you. You know, here we are, we're kids, and you're writing songs about, you know, fucking homicide and kill the landlord and fucking whatever, and I'm like an impressionable little kid going, yeah, fucking kill the landlord, fucking homicide, fucking light fire, fuck the government, great, I'm in, you know, and then we do it, and then you get mad because we do it. It's so fucking nuts, and it was, you know, so, and it's funny because John actually hit me up and said, Jack, your chapter's my favorite chapter. He goes, I'm so glad you did that. You know, because I basically said, fuck you, I'd love to shoot you, you whiny bitches, man. And, you know, and I don't know if you remember when the PMRC were bitching about lyrics, you know, and then all the rock guys are going, well, our lyrics don't affect the kid. You know, I'm thinking, fuck if they don't.
Oh, yeah.
You're fucking crazy, man. Some little kid sitting at home. Do you know how many little kids said they did fuck shit after reading TSOL lyrics? I get guys writing me from jail. Fuck, I broke into a mortuary, dude. You're fucked up. It's like, no, you're fucked up, man. You're the one listening to me. You know, I used to get pictures. They'd send me pictures of shit. You know, it's just like, motherfucker, man.
Did you ever feel responsible in any way, or you just laugh it off, or like, that person's going to do something weird regardless? Whether it's
I don't
because
feel
of you.
responsible for
No, I
anything.
wouldn't.
I'm a sociopath.
There you go.
I don't have any feelings whatsoever. So.
Well, okay, well, let's,
Right.
Here's a question about that.
Yeah.
Kind of. I heard years ago that Dance With Me went gold. Did it sell over, what, 200,000 or 500,000, or do you even know? I heard that years ago.
I don't know, but it was funny because I was
It
just
did
talking
sell
to
a lot.
somebody about punk rock music. Like, a lot of people think they're way too important. Like, these early punk rock guys, it's like, dude, no one gave a fuck. Like I was in a band that you would say is successful, and no one gave a fuck, really, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean?
I get you.
And these guys come out of the blue and go, I think we've sold millions of records. Like, dude, you're fucking high, bitch, if you think you sold millions of records. You know, I mean, a punk rock record to gold is probably, I don't know, 50,000 records, man, unless you're Bad Religion or fucking Forgot or one of those guys. Anyway, all right, never mind. We can just strike that.
I know it's been a lot, and that's
and
that
some
was,
of those guys have a lot of money. This is the other thing that's funny, because if you ever go and look and see what I'm being a fucking snarky prick right now, aren't I? But, all right, so let's have snarky prick moment. But go on What People Makes and look up these fucking idealistic punk rockers and what they make. It'll say so and so, he's worth 25 million. This guy's worth 30 million. This guy's worth fucking 40 million. And then you see them dressing like punks and out fighting the system. It's like, bitch, you are the system. Fucking, you know. Anyway, all right, sorry. Let's, all right, no.
But if as long as they earn that money fair and honestly, more power to them. It's the same. If you want to take corporate donations and do something good with it, more power to you.
Right.
I don't, say there's.
Right, but how much is enough? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
No,
I
hear
tried
you.
to do a free show. I said, why don't we just do a free show called I contacted all these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote up. I got the, because I can get a hold of people's phone numbers easy, so I get their numbers, right? And I say, hey, we're going to put on a free show called the Payback Festival. And you're going to pay back, you're just going to play for free because you've taken all this money from the kids. So let's put this on and let's give the money to charity, right? No.
Really?
None of them were big fans of that. No.
I don't even want to know who you asked.
It doesn't
Because
matter.
I don't want to think of
I
it in
used
a
to give
bad
out
way.
names and phone numbers.
Yeah. No, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I can
Sorry.
imagine. But, yeah,
But I
that's-
mean, how much is enough?
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? How
I
much do
know
you
exactly
really
what-
fucking need?
Not that much.
Not that much.
Nope.
Not that much.
That's always been
Not
my goal.
25 million.
No way. I just want to
No.
pay rent, buy pizza anytime I want. That defines success.
That's killer.
Hey, as long as you do that, it's cool.
Yeah.
And I've
Right.
done that. Well, let's get into your books.
This has been going on a long time.
Not that long at all.
Oh.
It's only been 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's not long.
Oh, really?
And also, if we
Yeah.
have any questions from you guys watching online, just let us know. No?
Why? Are they saying fuck shit or nobody's on there watching?
No.
The comments aren't loading today.
They're not loading. It's not
No.
working.
Oh,
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the books. I mean,
Okay.
you have so many books. I know you did at least one, with someone else. Was that more, or did you have like a?
No, I did. Okay, the first one I wrote, I'd never written a book.
Yeah.
The most I ever wrote, I dropped out of school, didn't attend school. The most I ever sat and actually wrote was lyrics.
Yeah.
And how many? You ever actually count how many words are in a song? Because they use a couple of them a lot of times over and over. So it's like they're only 50 words basically in a song, right? And you go look at a book and you're talking 160,000 words. And you can't just keep going back to the chorus every paragraph. You know what I mean? Like write a paragraph, then write fuck the government, and then write another paragraph. It doesn't work like that, right? And,
Yeah.
So, anyway, so the first book I wrote, American Demon, it was bitching because I had my girlfriend at the time was living with me, and she actually went to school, so she would edit for me. And could you imagine if you got to sit there with your girlfriend or boyfriend while they're telling you stories of all the people they've fucked?
Yeah.
And how it was.
You know,
and
edit
what was,
this.
Yeah, and she'd start crying. I go, just take your emotions out of this. That's what I'm doing.
This is business.
Just forget all that. Forget all that. Don't worry about that. Skip that part. Just edit it, bitch. Fuck, come on. Right? And so she'd lay there crying at night.
Jesus.
It's like she's basically in bed with a monster. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
now, and she's realizing how monstrous it has gotten. It's like, and so I'd see her just fucking eyeballing me on the side. And,
Oh, geez.
anyway,
Think
so-
of you in a different way. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's kind of scared.
Yeah.
Don't you think
But
that?
I didn't think about that because I
No.
get driven and then I don't think about it.
Well, that's a good thing. You have.
Right.
Do you think that writing all these lyrics helped you with the books in
No.
any way? No, not at all.
Not a fucking none. It was crazy. I didn't know what a sentence was. Yeah, I mean, I knew what a sentence was. I just didn't know what comprised it. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's like, hey, you can't do this.
Right.
You can't do that. And it's funny because I have the original American Demon. I have all the original pages that came out of the printer that she red marked. So my girlfriend would sit there with a red pen and she'd just red line, red line, red line. What's this? What's this? What's this? Right? Because she was a fucking great editor. So the first chapter's red line to shit. Second one, third, and as it goes down, it's getting less and less red marks because I'm learning through the
from what she-
process.
yeah.
And then the last couple of chapters, I remember she handed me a chapter and it had nothing, red marked. And I go, hey, you didn't do this. I go, you're not doing your job. She goes, no, you're doing yours. That's what she said.
Cool.
So I learned how to write through that first book. And then, and so I just keep practicing a little bit with it. So since then I wrote American Demon, and then I wrote a book called Untamed, which is a collection of short stories that I wrote when I was angry after the editor broke up with me, and it turned out she'd been having relationships with all sorts of different people.
Oh,
She's
fuck.
probably watching this. Anyway, so it's just a book of angry, and then I did a kid's book, like a nice kid's book. It was a story I made with crayons, for my kids.
Uh-huh.
And
You
and
doing artwork, or
I
you
did
just
the artwork and wrote it. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
how cool
a
is
kid's
that?
book.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I wrote for John Doe, a story for John Doe, and a couple other stories for other people, some magazine shit. Now I just actually started another book right now.
Wow.
So I'm on it, and I'm trying to get it done before the It's Not Dead festival. and so I'll have it done.
Wow,
by
that's
then.
coming up.
Yeah, because it's August.
Yeah.
It's fucking, I write when I'm going. I write like 11 hours a day, 12
okay.
hours a day. I mean, it got so bad the last book they tried to commit me on the American Demon because I was writing like 18 hours a day and eating rotten food and living in an office with no shower or anything, and with this girl basically held prisoner in there with me. And they did an intervention. My kid
Really?
got together with my friends and they did an intervention because they said my methods had become unsound.
Well, results, though. You get results.
Yeah, I just told him, leave me alone,
Yeah.
leave me alone. I'm screaming and crying and shit. Whatever, I'm not doing that this time, but you know, it should be all right.
Do you get the same enjoyment or high when you're doing your book or book readings as opposed to being on stage with the band, or is it a difference?
It's the same thing.
It's
all the same thing. It's just if you keep working.
Yeah.
It's like if you ever see those things where they go like mental hospitals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They make them get some blankets, knitting, or
Oh,
baskets,
yes.
or some
Yeah.
clay. You know what I
Occupy
mean?
the mind.
Yeah, so it's like I gotta have some clay and some baskets. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like it's almost if somebody came in and just put a typewriter down and said, "Okay, come play
Yeah.
this."
Yeah.
Come play this for a little while, and then I feel better. Because if I don't do it, then I don't feel good and I get upset. And it's actually this new book's. I can't say too much about it, but it's a. I thought of an idea that's never been done, which is
Oh, awesome.
surprisingly because I've ran it by a couple of people and they said I've never heard that.
Cool.
So it's real. It's real kind of schizo, violent.
It's from the perspective of that violence.
I can't. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
don't say anything.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
you've said too much.
Yes.
I'm going to steal the idea.
Yes.
Now, what about books, records, the movie? You
Right.
showed that at the
Code
observatory.
Blue. Yeah, the Code Blue
Code
film.
Blue.
Yeah, that's getting ready
How
to
did
come
that
out on Vimeo. It was just something I wanted to try it. Like I'd never done a movie. I used to make
Did you
movies
direct
when I
it
was
and
a
everything?
kid.
What'd
No,
you do?
I just wrote it.
Okay, you wrote it.
Susan Diner that did Punk's Not Dead, she directed it. And it was a lot of fucking money, man. I don't know
Was
if you
it?
know how much movies cost, but to do them real, it was like $60,000 for 11 minutes or 12 minutes
I believe
of film. It was but everything was done legitimately. It was like, you know, we had insurance for everybody. Because that was after that girl got killed on the train track, if you remember that. And they sued everybody, they went to jail. It was like so everything was legitimate, and it, you know, insurance. And it was, I learned, you know, and Andy Dick was in it. And I love Andy Dick, man. He's funner than shit.
I bet.
He really is
Yeah.
like he is. He's
Uh-huh.
really fun. He's fun.
The person you see on TV is him.
Pretty
in real
much.
life.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Any other movies?
Yeah,
planned?
and I'm writing another movie right now. So
Longer?
yeah,
Same
full
short?
movie, a full movie. Yeah, yeah. So like kind of a slasher gore horror film, kind of. But it's not so horrible. It's like it's pretty fucked up. Whatever. I don't know. It doesn't. What isn't fucked up? Look at any horror film; they're all fucked
Yeah.
up. But sometimes it's fun because I'm an angry person, but I'm nice. But it's nice to just think about like just fucking doing something terrible to somebody.
Who doesn't?
Like, it doesn't.
I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Joey's thinking about it right now. He's looking at your ass.
And think about it. I mean, if you really think about it, like, you know what I mean? Do you steal? I got in an argument with this with a therapist one time. She goes, well, you know, why don't you steal? I go, well, because it's you go to jail. It's like, that's,
And
you
you've
know,
been there. You don't want to go back?
Well, yeah, but only for short
Yeah.
stays. But I don't steal because it's wrong. I steal because I don't want to go to jail. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's,
you're
and there
afraid
is
of
a
the
difference.
deterrent. There is a
there
difference.
of that. So it's the same
You
thing.
fear
with
the punishment.
Wanting to beat up on somebody that does something like you like. I tell my kids it's called free game. I'm not the best dad in the world, you know, but I tell my kids if you see somebody doing something fucked to somebody else, bullying another kid or hurting a woman or anything like that, it's called free game. I said, so the person that's doing the hurting, you're allowed to attack.
Yeah.
Whatever. Sorry. It's just it's fucked up parenting, but it's kind of like, you know, it's like vigilante shit. You know?
Exactly. You
'Cause
can't
nobody
stand
gets
by and
too
watch
mad.
this happen.
Right. Nobody gets too mad when you step in on something that's really fucked.
No, it's
You're like-
expected. If you have the
Yeah.
ability to
Right.
stop it,
Okay,
you
can we
need-
forget
you
I
need
just
to
said
stop
that?
it.
Can we just drop that?
We'll
That's
edit
not
that out.
right either. Yeah,
We'll edit
just
that.
what you can't.
Well,
edit,
dub
it's
over
fine.
your mouth.
What I
I like
Anyway.
donuts. Okay, so you're gonna read It's Not Dead. Hopefully the new book. You
Right,
already booked to
right,
be there in that
right.
big tent like they had last time.
no,
with that
no,
one?
it's like the Peanuts. You ever see Peanuts with Lucy's
Yeah.
therapy? So they're setting up a therapy booth for me, so you can come and do therapy. So
That is
so it's
genius.
free therapy at the booth, you know.
Oh,
Because
that
I
is
am a
genius.
hypnotherapist.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
I really know it's smart. And to you if you're watching, but but then I found out that no one can make you do that. Like they can't. This is bullshit. No one can hypnotize you into doing something that you don't want to do. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
So, like, if you wanted to rob a bank, I could bring that out of you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The
But it
seed
has to be
in there.
inside. So these
Right.
people wanted to have this
Sex with
contact.
you.
And then they acted as if I was doing something to bring it out or
Gotcha.
whatever. And then, who am I to deny them their
You're-
needs?
Exactly.
I'm a giver.
Yeah. You'd be a dick if you didn't.
That's right. I'm a loving, caring nurturer.
Yeah.
Right.
Is TSOL playing the show? I saw you guys last
no,
night
no.
bitching. Keyboards at the last. It's not bad. Those
yeah.
awesome.
And we just played. The last shows we got was kind of fun because Greg, our keyboard player, his kids are in Fiddler. They're
Oh.
the drummer and the guitar player for Fiddler. So anyway, so we just had Max, the drummer from Fiddler, play drums for us at Coachella. It was fun.
I was so excited because I didn't know. Like I see you guys keyboards. I'm like, fucking hey, that is so cool. And you guys had Greg at
Yeah.
the observatory and.
And this last record we had Frank Agnew playing with us, and a lot of people don't know
Oh.
that Frank Agnew was actually in TSOL
I
for a
didn't know
little
that.
bit, and
Really?
Jay Bentley from Bad Religion
Oh.
was actually in TSOL for a couple
What
of
year?
shows. I think Jay 82 and Frank 81.
Wow.
Yeah. So Frank just played on the Trigger Complex record with us, and I love Frankie, man. I've been great friends with him for a long time. So
We've had
Great.
Rick come in last interview.
Rick's out of his
Rick
fucking
and
mind. I
Tom.
love Rick. Rick's out of
Super
his
nice
mind.
guy. Yeah, he is.
Out of
In
his
a good
fucking
way.
mind.
Super nice
Yes.
guy.
Super nice guy, out of his fucking mind.
Let's talk about briefly the Trigger Complex. It's a
Right.
different record,
Right.
and I like it in a good way. Meaning different. Like, I tell people, don't expect the old TSOL. I don't like a band like you mentioned, Bad Religion. The same record.
Who's calling? Bring it up.
That's,
Sorry.
No, I don't give a fuck. I enjoy it. Yeah.
The kid's 21st birthday today, so he probably just woke up with a hangover.
Oh,
right
that's
on.
killer.
Yeah,
Oh, last
yeah.
night was 21 or is today's 21?
He went out at midnight. Today's 21. So went out midnight, and they're 21, so everyone's buying you bottles. or
Yeah,
something.
I know.
So I
how that
called
goes.
him around 12:30 or something. He goes, "Come on, you
Yeah.
had fun last night. Call me later." So sorry.
No. That brings up. So my 21st birthday was when TSOL was just going out of control, right? But not just in the neighborhood, like in the neighborhood. So nobody had cars or whatever. My license was suspended. So I wake up at 21 years, on my 21st birthday. I wake up early and I go to the liquor store. 6 a.m. I'm on my bicycle to the liquor store and
That's what I
get a
said.
bottle of whiskey,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I told
And I
her.
come back and my mom and dad, they see me walk in and they go, "Okay, we're leaving." Just we're leaving, and my parents go, "Just try to keep it cool, right?"
Yeah.
So by noon, we live in a residential neighborhood. So 4th Street, like we live on the corner of a residential neighborhood. So and the neighbors all know me. So the cars just parked in the street and got out.
Oh.
So the streets are blocked.
Blocked,
All
yeah.
4 streets are blocked with cars, bicycles all over the place. None of the neighbors are complaining. We got a pool. People are going off the roof. Injuries. Fucking
yeah.
kegs. My friend worked at Tasty Free. She stole a bunch of hamburgers and buns and shit. So we got patties. And then I said, "Hey, let's see how many people we can fit in the jacuzzi." People are piling in the jacuzzi. And then when they were so piled in, they couldn't move. I pulled my pants down and pissed them off.
Nice.
They couldn't get out, so I just started urinating on everybody, and it was
as
fucking,
you should.
Yeah, 21 was killer. And if you showed up, you were in the pool with your clothes on, man. John DeMambro, Angry John, was there, and he had an 8-ball of cocaine in his pocket. He went in the pool with it in his pocket. Wasn't happy about it. But thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
I do remember that well. That
I
was
knew
fun.
he was going to not feel so well probably today, and I was hoping he would because I want him to be a normal kid, He's
Yeah.
my kid, so I figured I'd be tore shit up last night, So I called him and said, "You drunk
Well, you
yet?"
gotta have to talk louder to get.
I go, "Are you drunk yet?" And he's like, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, you went out last night." So he's hitting up LA tonight. So
Oh,
we're
that's
Orange
nice.
County, working on AJ too.
But I like it when my kids fuck up too, because my 17-year-old hadn't fucked up in a long
Yeah.
time, and she's trippy, and she's got a crush on Robert De Niro, and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you have a boyfriend? like I ask her, I say, why haven't you ever had a boyfriend? She goes, well, I don't like them. They're just stupid. Boys in high school are stupid, right? So it's like, well, do you have a girlfriend? Is that where you're going? She goes, I'm not gay, Dad. She goes, I like Robert De Niro. I go, fuck up! He's fucking 78. This is fucked up. She goes, I know, but he's perfect. He's perfect. So I don't know where we're going with that. All right.
Well, let's end it with the urination story. Unless anyone else has any questions for Jack. Anybody?
Yeah, where's the dice?
We should have some dice. Yeah, dice is always good. I miss the dice games, but yeah.
So after this, we're gonna sign some stuff. Jack has stuff to sell.
Right, we have a question.
Oh, go ahead. What's up?
So American Demon, at the end, you said you had to make amends to everybody. Did you ever find that kid you guys beat up?
Yeah, let me tell you something. If you want to talk about that process, about making amends to people. So I've had to face up to a lot of stuff. It's one thing to tell fun stories. Like I tell fun stories and it's fun, but I wouldn't see me. They refuse to talk to me and they don't give a fuck that I'm sober. They don't give a fuck that I'm clean. Go be clean somewhere else, fuck you. And the best part of that is because even when I wanted to clean this stuff up, it was selfish of me. Like I want peace. I've got to take care of this. I've got to fix this. And they're telling me, fuck you, no peace for you, deal with it. And so it really makes me take a look at these people and realize that sometimes you do harm that you can't clean up. You know, and same thing with my family, my kids. And on the nice end of that, last Thanksgiving, I had Thanksgiving dinner with my first wife. She has died of a drug overdose. But I had Thanksgiving dinner with my oldest daughter's mom and her husband and their kids, my second daughter's mom and her boyfriend, and my present wife and all our kids. And so basically I ended up at Thanksgiving dinner with three ex-wives, all the kids and all the husbands, because I went and cleaned this shit up and, you know, acted like I should acted basically the whole time if I was aware of it. So, and the grandfather said something cool to my present wife. He said, he goes, I haven't always liked him, but he has sure been good to my family. So it was a cool, you know, thing to see that, I guess.
After you ask for forgiveness or try to make amends, do you have a clean conscience?
No, I mean, you still did hurt the people. You know
but
what
you
I mean?
feel better about it, at least.
Yeah, you feel
for
better
sure.
about it, but also it's like I've spent I spent the first 26 years of my life taking, and now the next, you know, been more than that now, 28 years of my life has been about paying back for what I do. So when I do these suits thing, part of that's paying back.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, all of it, it's like paying back. It's like, hey, you owe. So it's just realizing that I owe these people, and it's part of the deal.
Probably motivational, right?
Yeah.
You get up in the morning and you're motivated to be a better person than you were back then. Does that keep you going? Keep you progressing?
Yeah, I mean,
and
yes
writing
and no. I mean,
books
it's more duty. It's more duty.
You see it as a duty.
Yeah, I mean, there's this thing. There's a John Donne. Not to get so fucking. There's a John Donne poem, and it's no man is an island. We're all like promontories, and each man's death diminishes me. So it's like to realize that we're all connected, and when someone's hurt, I'm hurt. So it's that. So it's like I'm in helping them. I'm helping me.
I want to say this is the most open and honest interview, right, that we've ever had. We've done several of these, and
well,
boy,
thank you
I
very
tell you,
much.
Jack,
Thank
that
you.
was
You're
fucking awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Buy his books, buy his record, buy the poster, buy everything you can. You'll enjoy it, and I appreciate you guys being here. Until next time, I'll see you next time. I'll see you next Friday for Life Strange. But thank you so much, Jack.
You're welcome.
That was
Thank
the
you.
best one yet.
Yeah. You're
Okay.
welcome. Thanks.
Thank you.
So where'd I go?
Thank you,
Over here.
guys.
Bye, guys.